the funniest interaction my daughter and I had with a cop at a drive-thru. My mother-in-law called me a freeloader and got my husband to make me contribute. So when she tried to control my spending, he had to tell her the house she lives in rent-free is mine. My mother-in-law called me a freeloader for staying home with our kids and spent months convincing my husband I needed to start contributing financially. So when she sat us both down and demanded he take control of my spending, he had to tell her the house she had been living in rent-free for 2 years belongs entirely to me. I have been a stay-at-home mom for 4 years. My husband Jake works in logistics, steady income, nothing we brag about. We made the decision together when our second child was born because daycare cost more than I was bringing home, so I stopped working. Neither of us questioned it. The house we live in was left to me after my parents passed, 1 year apart, both gone before I turned 30. 3 bedrooms, fully paid off, and my name alone on the deed because it came through my family estate before I even met Jake. When his mother Diane lost her apartment 2 years ago, we gave her the spare room. No rent, no end date, just temporary, until she sorted herself out. She never did. Diane never hid how she felt about me staying home. She would time it so she was in the kitchen when Jake got home from work. She would say things like his wife spent the day doing nothing, or that she noticed dinner was not started until late. When I handled the school pickups, doctor appointments, grocery runs, and the entire household budget every single week, she called it relaxing. I went through every subscription and service we had one summer, and found us an extra $400 a month. She told Jake I only did that because I had too much free time. He would push back lightly. She would go quiet for 2 weeks and then start again. She had been doing this for over a year, and he had never once told her to stop. About 3 months ago, the dynamic shifted. Jake came to me one evening looking like he had been sitting on something all day. He said his mother had been talking to him a lot lately, that she thought a woman who does not earn income is not a real partner, that I was taking advantage of him, that if I really cared about the marriage, I would bring in something, even part-time. I asked him if he personally felt I was not contributing. He said no. I asked who managed every bill, every appointment, every school form, and every repair call over the past year. He said that was different. I asked how. He had no answer. I said okay and walked out of the room. 2 weeks later, he brought it up again. This time, Diane was standing behind him in the hallway while he talked. She said it was only reasonable for a wife to have some financial accountability. I asked her how her rent situation was going. She changed the subject. Then she called a meeting. A Sunday afternoon, the 3 of us at the kitchen table like she ran the house. She had a proposal that she said would help Jake feel more secure. She wanted him to open a separate account in his name only, deposit his income there, and give me a set weekly amount for personal spending. No access to the joint account. No financial visibility. Just an allowance for my own husband, like I was someone he was managing. She said it would create structure. Said I needed to understand accountability. Then she looked directly at me and used the word freeloader. Without any hesitation. Jake was at the same table. He said nothing. She kept going. Said he worked too hard to not have full financial control in his own household. Said she was only protecting her son. I let her finish every word. Then I said, give me 1 second. I got up, went to the bedroom, came back with a folder, and placed it in front of Jake. He opened it. Inside was the property deed for the house. His name was not on it, only mine. Diane had no part in that document. Jake looked up at me slowly. I said, before we talk about my allowance, you need to explain to your mother what house she has been living in. Jake turned to Diane. He said it quietly. This house belongs to her, not to us, to her. She inherited it before we got married. Her name is the only name on the deed. Diane stared at the paper on the table. She asked what that meant practically. Jake told her it meant every decision about who lives in this house belongs entirely to me. She said I had been hiding something. I asked what I had been hiding. Nobody had ever asked. She turned to Jake and told him to handle it. He said there was nothing to handle. That she had lived in his wife's house rent-free for 2 years, called that same wife a freeloader at the kitchen table, and then tried to take away her access to her own finances. Diane went to her room. She called her sister within the hour. Her sister called Jake twice that evening. A friend left a voicemail saying I was cold and calculated. Jake did not pick up any of them. He came and sat on the couch and told me he should have said something months ago. I told him I agreed. He did not argue with that. She moved out 3 weeks later. I held the front door open and said nothing. We painted that room the following weekend. Our youngest picked the color. My mother-in-law called me a freeloader and got my husband to make me contribute. So when she tried to control my spending, he had to tell her the house.
Anika's been going through my things and she stole my phone again.
Relax. There is an easy way to find it.
I found Taylor's phone.
Mom, you need to get her own phone.
That is not happening. When I was your age, there were no cell phones, and I was better for it.
Look at you now. You couldn't survive a single day without it.
I guess I have to lead by example.
See? You made it here without using GPS. Am I the only one who noticed we drove past our own house twice?
Okay, I'm gonna go pick up the cake. I'll meet you back here in an hour.
But how I know what time it is?
A clock?
I'll just need your confirmation number.
It's in my phone, which I don't have on me.
I can look it up in the system. Just see some ID.
I left my wallet in the car.
I'm afraid not.
I got mint chip. Want to try it before I'm done?
This is the worst. I can't take a photo of my ice cream and post it. I mean, what's the point of just eating it?
Taylor's got the keys, and I don't have my phone. You know what? I'll just find them.
We should do matching fake eyelashes.
God, I hope Mom's cheating and using her phone so I can get a new one.
Can you stop?
Hey, what are you doing? Shh, I'm sneaking my girlfriend in through the basement. Sophie, Mom and Dad are gonna kill you if they find out. If we find out what? Oh, nothing. Look, I need you both to clean your rooms and no funny business tonight. What was that? Oh, it's probably just a raccoon. So, do you want to watch a movie or something?
Yeah, do you have Harry Potter?
Sorry. We're not allowed to watch scary movies.
That's not a scary movie.
Quick, hide! Someone's coming! Hey, have you seen my... God, you scared the crap out of me. I thought you were Mom. Where's Sophie? She's in the closet. Sophie's gay? No, she's literally in the closet right now. Hey, babe, you can come out. It's just my sister.
Hey, girl.
Hey!
Oh, my mom sent me with a bag of clothes for you to try on.
Really? Wait, your mom knows you're here right now?
Yeah, she's chill.
Oh my god, this is cute. Shut. Too bad Mom would never let you wear it because it's a lasagna strap or whatever. You mean spaghetti strap? Yeah, true, but thanks, Soph. You're the best.
I know.
Aha! I knew you were up to something. Yikes. Mom, I can explain. Can you now? Sophie's house got robbed and she needed somewhere safe to stay. Oh, is that true?
No.
Anthony! Sorry, but you never let us hang out alone and what? Nothing. Come on, Sophie, let's call your mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, what are you doing?
How much is a car hold?
That's like $500.
Can you afford that?
500?
Can you afford that? 500.
Why are you asking me not your?
Because you used to be.
Yeah, you can get her one, you can give me one.
Damn, that was good. That was good. That was
He
terrible.
got her, you got me.
All right, get it. Go first. First?
Yeah.
Nah, you supposed to leave. I'm leaving by example.
Y'all are embarrassing me right now.
Yeah, lead by example. Go ahead, show us.
Y'all are embarrassing me right now.
You said what?
So everybody's poor.
This has been living in my junk drawer rent-free since 2008. But thanks to Quick Cash for Gold, it just paid for my weekend in Vegas. No shady pawn shop, no creepy dude named Rick behind bulletproof glass. Just me, a mailbox, and a free prepaid appraisal kit that showed up faster than my ex when he needed a favor. They appraised my stuff, made an offer, and get this, if I didn't like it, they would send it back, insured, no guilt, no questions. Same day payout, I sent it in Tuesday, and by Wednesday, I was sipping margaritas with my grandma. She sold her classroom. We aren't sentimental.
Students, when did you realize that college was the worst choice ever? I genuinely thought summer after graduation was it. New car, no curfew, felt like I had finally crossed the finish line into real life. Then my parents sat me down. Congratulations, my dad said, smiling like he was about to hand me a trophy. You're going to college for the next 4 to 6 years. I didn't say anything for a solid 10 seconds. I just sat there, realizing the finish line I thought I crossed was actually just the start of a longer race I never signed up for. Move-in day wasn't as bad as I expected, though. My roommate Wade seemed normal. A couple of people showed me around, and I went to sleep that first night actually thinking, okay, maybe this is fine. Then Wade started snoring. This man sounded like a lawnmower trying to start in January. Every time I finally drifted off, he'd hit a new gear. By 3 a.m., I was staring at the ceiling, questioning my entire existence. Then, at 6 a.m., his alarm went off. He didn't move. I had to physically shake this man so he could get to his own class, and I was the one who lost sleep over it. I showed up to first period half dead, math. The teacher walked in smiling, told us it was going to be the most relaxed class on campus. Then she turned around and dropped 2 packets on every desk, 15 pages each. Just a little warm-up, she said. I watched my will to graduate leave my body in real time. Everyone finished and walked out while I was still on page 6. She eventually just let me go. I was already late to my next class, which was a 20-minute walk across campus with a 5-minute gap between periods. I looked at the map, looked at the time, went back to the dorm. Okay, new plan. I woke up early the next morning, pulled up every resource I had, AI included, knocked out both packets, and walked in there with my submission looking clean and organized. She took one look at it, scanned it for maybe 4 seconds, and said, "This is AI." I did not respond. I sat back down and went to sleep at my desk. Second class, I actually made it on time. Teacher asked everyone to pass forward the assignment from last session. I leaned over to the kid next to me and asked what the assignment was. He listed off a quiz and 2 separate assignments. I stared at him for a moment, stood up, walked out, got back to the dorm completely starving because there was no way I was paying $10 for whatever mystery situation the dining hall was serving. I went straight for my snack stash. Gone. Every single thing. I turned around and Wade was knocked out cold on his bed, crumbs on his face, wrappers spread across the floor like a crime scene he didn't even try to hide. I packed my bag, called my mom, and told her I was on my way home. She asked how classes went. I didn't even answer. Students, when did you realize that college was the worst choice ever? I genuinely thought summer after graduation was it. New car, no curfew, felt like I had finally crossed the finish line into real life. Then my parents sat me down. Congratulations, my dad said, smiling like he was about to hand me a trophy. You're going to college for the next 4 to 6 years. I didn't say anything for a solid 10 seconds. I just sat there, realizing the finish line I thought I crossed was actually just the start of a longer race I never signed up for. Move-in day wasn't as bad as I expected, though. My roommate Wade seemed normal. A couple of people showed me around, and I went to sleep that